Hi everyone, and welcome to Thanatology Thursday. I want to give you a map to understand the accumulation of our life losses. It's called a loss map. And this map helps us make sense of all of the experiences that are causing us some form of suffering. Sometimes when we take all of these experiences and we put them on a map, we can feel better. So let's see if this works for you. It certainly is something that I use all the time, both for myself and for my clients. And there's a cathartic experience when we realize all that we endure as humans. So the way to do this is just grab a piece of paper and make like a window. So you have a quadrant. And on the upper left-hand side, you would put your age range. So on the upper, if I'm 60, for instance, on the upper left, it would be 0 to 15. And then on the bottom left, it would be 16 to 30. On the upper right, it would be 31 to 45. And on the bottom right, it would be 46 to 60. So now I have a map, a potential map. What I invite you to do is to start to go back to your earliest memory and to start to notice what are all the losses that I accumulated between the ages of 0 and 15. For many people, this is where they would have experienced pet loss, maybe their grandparents, maybe they moved. And so there was like a loss of their home and their surroundings. From 16 to 31, there's often losses of identity. There's relationship losses that we accumulate in that lifespan. Potentially some endings of relationship, for instance. And then 31 to 45, there's significant transitions that happen. Again, some relationship losses, maybe career changes, maybe moving. There could be death, right, of people that we are close to. So think of all of the endings. As we go into our 46 to 60, there's losses associated with our body. For instance, I used to run almost every day, right? I would run easily 25 to 30 kilometers a week. And about 3 years ago, my knee just said, I torn my ACL in my younger years playing soccer, and my knee just said, yeah, you can't do this anymore. So I had to learn how to be in a new relationship with my body with this practice of running. And I found a new way. My new way was to run and walk, which I still do. The new way invited yoga into my life in a more deliberate way. And the new way had me slowing down but going longer distances. So I was still burning the calories, but I had a gentler rhythm, and I had to learn how to be more gentle with myself in this transition. So it's really important for us to, take a look, an inventory of our losses. And when we do, it isn't so overwhelming. The other thing we can then do is go back into our loss map and maybe revisit an earlier loss that we thought we had integrated. But because of where we're at in our lives, we might actually go back and experience an aspect of that loss that needs some attention. So an example there would be, when let's say you're getting married or your child is getting married and maybe your spouse had died and you are reliving that loss because now you are the only one walking your child down the aisle, for instance. So it's just so helpful for us to take an inventory of our life losses, to come back to earlier ones that need some revisiting, and we can do that through ritual. I'm going to talk in a different Thanatology Thursday about the importance of ritual and give you some examples so that you can incorporate these healing rituals into your life. Remember, from me to you, when we do this grief work, it works.